All right, today we're charting the course of a journey into, well, the deepest realms of consciousness. Our map is this incredible subjective account called the Chrysalis Voyage. We're going to be following a traveler named Alex, moment by moment through the wild, profound, and often misunderstood experience of a DMT breakthrough. So let's begin the voyage.
So picture this. These are the words whispered to Alex right before their journey began. And that phrase, it just perfectly captures the whole paradox of the experience, doesn't it? A complete departure from everything you know, but one filled with this kind of incomprehensible beauty. It really sets the stage for a trip that is anything but ordinary. You see, a journey like this doesn't just start with the substance. It starts with intention. Alex is in a quiet room, there's a scent of sage, it's a whole ritual of curiosity, a search for something more. This wasn't some casual thing, you know? It was a very deliberate step into the unknown, all prompted by the promise of that powerful quote. So what exactly is DMT? You hear it called the spirit molecule, and for good reason. It's a compound that's famous for producing one of the most intense, rapid, and all-encompassing psychedelic experiences out there. The keywords here are short-lived and immersive. I mean, think about it. An entire lifetime of experience can be packed into just a few minutes of actual clock time. Okay, so this part is crucial. The transition into the DMT space, it's not some gentle fade to black. The source describes it as an explosion. The world you know doesn't just dissolve, it shatters. It folds in on itself. It melts into these fractals of impossible geometry. It is an instantaneous ejection from reality as we know it. So even in all that chaos, we can actually break these first few moments down into a kind of sequence. First, there's the deep inhalation. Then, almost immediately, the world just folds. And this is followed by a classic motif you hear about in these experiences, and even near-death stories. You're propelled through a tunnel, not of darkness, but of this vibrant, swirling, very much alive light.
Alex's first thought is pretty stark. This is dying. But here's the twist. And it's a big one. The emotional tone, there's no fear, no panic. The source makes it really clear that this feeling comes with a profound electric awe. It's like a complete surrender to something that feels both final and absolutely magnificent. So after that tunnel ride, you arrive. Alex breaks through into what people who've been there call hyperspace. And the narrative is very clear on this. This isn't a dream. It's not just some cool patterns behind your eyelids. It's described as a place, a tangible dimension with an impossible, yet somehow coherent architecture. And just look at the features of that place. We're talking about cities made of crystal, bridges of literal liquid gold, and communication that isn't spoken but felt, like a pure vibration. But the most mind-bending feature? Time completely loses its structure. It just loops and folds in on itself like a Mobius strip. This really puts that time distortion into perspective. While Alex's body was just sitting in a room for 7 minutes, their consciousness experienced what felt like entire lifetimes. This profound time dilation is one of the most consistently reported effects of a DMT breakthrough. It's pretty wild. Now we get to the heart of the journey. See, hyperspace isn't empty. It's inhabited. The source describes Alex's encounter with these entities that are famously and strangely common to these experiences, the so-called machine elves. So what are these machine elves? The text paints such a vivid picture. They're slender, they're biomechanical, almost like jesters or clowns of this dimension. Their skin is like shimmering chrome, and they seem to emerge directly from the fabric of this impossible reality itself. And their communication is just as alien as they look. They don't speak. Instead, they give you these telepathic downloads of information. They juggle these orbs that seem to contain memories, and they even put on these playful holographic puppet shows that kind of mock our human dramas. It's like teaching through cosmic play. And amidst all this cosmic chaos and play, the elves deliver a message. This is the core of it. A simple yet totally reality-shattering statement that points to the nature of consciousness itself. The idea that the observer and the observed, the dreamer and the dream, are actually one and the same. And this message, it leads to a profound realization, a singular insight that cuts through everything Alex has ever believed to be true. The elves are about to reveal the universe's biggest secret,
the grandest illusion of them all. So the crucial point is this: that feeling of being a separate self, an I that's distinct from the universe around you, that is the illusion. The ultimate truth, as revealed by these entities, is one of total interconnection. Everything, from stars to stones to consciousness, is all part of one single vibrating symphony. It's an idea that echoes of ancient philosophies, that our sense of self is just a temporary ripple in one big cosmic ocean. But hyperspace isn't a permanent home. After what feels like eons, the pull back to our reality begins, and the return journey is just as rapid and jarring as the departure. It's like a rocket ride in reverse, slamming your consciousness right back into the confines of your body. Back in the quiet room, the immediate emotional response isn't fear or confusion. It's just catharsis. Alex is described as weeping. Not from sadness, but from the sheer, overwhelming beauty of the experience and, the return to the familiar. And this brings us to the ultimate takeaway from the source material, the idea that this bizarre alien world, it isn't entirely other. It suggests that what people encounter in hyperspace, the elves, the cities, the lessons, are actually profound reflections of the complexity and divinity that's already existing deep within their own consciousness. Not monsters, but mirrors. And so this whole account leaves us with a fascinating question to ponder, doesn't it? We spend billions reaching for the stars, but this narrative suggests that a universe just as vast, just as alien, and just as profound might be lying completely unexplored within the chambers of the human mind. What do you think?